Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what a fucking disaster, am I right? Anyways, the gate was 5 million. We're projected to sell 800,000 pay-per-views. And no, we're not giving out any fucking bonuses tonight because some of these people that call themselves fucking athletes, MMA fighters at that, decide to shoot double leg takedowns in the last 10 seconds of a fucking fight. So no bonuses tonight, and I don't want to hear a single fucking question about that either. Alright? And the cumulative fighter purse for tonight is going to be 100,000 US dollars. So yeah, who's got the first question? Hey, Dana? Dana. Yep. Hey, Dana. Just want to congratulate you on an absolutely amazing night of fights once again. I don't know how you do it, but you just always do such a great job. I mean it. Like, honestly, I kind of love you, man. And listen, I know it's weird to say in front of all these people, but if you ever need another foot rub again in your hotel, please let me know. No problem. Matter of fact, if you need to borrow my wife even, not a problem either. I'll send her right over. Just give me a call. But anyways, if you don't mind me asking, and really only if you don't mind me asking, we're all just dying to know, who really is Darren Till? What kind of fucking stupid question is that, John? Tell me. I'm not sure if you're joking or you're just flat out fucking stupid. The man just fought 10 minutes ago and you're asking me who he is? But fine, I'll do my job and I'll answer your question anyways. If you're a fight fan, then you might recognize Darren from this, that, or maybe even that. Or if you're one of those fucking internet losers who scrolls Twitter and Instagram looking at UFC meme pages all day, then you might know Darren from seeing this, that, or maybe that. But that's about all I'm going to be able to tell you about Darren. I'm not going to sit here explaining his whole life story and maybe his goals in the fucking future. Because, man, I'm not here to make best friends. Alright, John? I'm here to fucking sell pay-per-views. So how about you ask me about how much money I'm making off Darren or how much money I'm underpaying him instead of these stupid, bullshit, no-meaning questions. Alright, John? Is that everything? Is that all from you guys today? Fucking great. Well, John, since Dana clearly had no interest in answering your question, how about we give it a shot? Let's take a closer look as to who Darren Till really is. You see, the whereabouts of Darren's birth are very up in arms. Some people say Brazil, some say England, some say America, some even say Madagascar. But here, I have photographic evidence of the exact whereabouts and the exact moments of Darren's birth. You see, it would be on September 24th, 1992, that Darren's mother gave birth to him in the Chester Zoo. After many hours of grueling efforts, 10 to be precise, Darren's mother would give birth to him in a sort of miracle sequences of events. You see, most doctors, and in fact all doctors in the zoo, wrote Darren off. You see, the way he was positioned in the womb was extremely problematic, and in 99% of those cases, the child unfortunately passes. But like we all know, Darren was the 1%. He actually survived. And when he did survive, something even more remarkable happened. Right after his mother gave birth, Darren spoke his first few words. He looked right into those doctors' eyes and said this.
But all them doubters, yes! Saying what now? Now! Who the is that with me now? No one! No one!
Darren was always seen running around the zoo, fighting other chimpanzees and gorillas, and never really backed down. He was definitely one of those fight guys in that kind of fight or flight dilemmas. Anyways, it would be at 15 years old when Darren would actually make his professional debut. But, unfortunately, he was never really fully committed to the gym and what it meant to be a pro fighter at this age. I mean, if you ask anybody that's close to Darren, they would all tell you the same thing. Darren was a very curious fellow. And unfortunately, this curiosity led him to an extremely toxic relationship with now ex-boyfriend Mike Perry. You see, things took a turn for the absolute worst in the relationship when the couple was seen arguing very aggressively after a long spa session. You see, allegedly, Mike had troubles accepting his sexualities and would even begin denouncing Darren and even go on to say this online.
Fuck Darren.
I thought you guys were cool after the spa.
Bro, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a and there's nothing wrong with being a unless you just like sucking dick. That's cool. He likes to suck dick. That's why he wanted to go to the spa. Fuck him.
Although, the feud would not end there. You see, Darren a couple weeks after would be seen partying at a local club.
Сколько раз сюда ходил, было намного лучше, но на этот раз как-то не удалось. Во-первых, народу мама, музыка не очень.
А что за направление?
А?
Что за направление?
Направление? Какое направление?
Что за направление музыки играет там?
A then heartbroken Mike Perry caught wind of this and wanted to seek vengeance. He hated seeing Darren happy and wanted to make an impact. So that's exactly what he seeked out to do. Mike stormed that local club and literally stabbed Darren in the back multiple times. I know, it's hard to believe, but I guess that's why they call him Crazy Mike Perry. I mean, nobody calls him that, but sure, now they do. Anyways, luckily the knife just missed Darren's main arteries by a couple millimeters, so he survived. But distraught from the incidents, Darren's coaches thought they needed a change. They wanted to send him out to Brazil to evade all the distractions that Liverpool was providing for Darren. So that's exactly what Darren did. After Team Cabon was able to fundraise just enough money to send Darren packing, Darren was gone. You see, the idea was for Darren to completely embrace the Brazilian culture and support himself by teaching Muay Thai to the Brazilians. The original idea was to stay just 6 months, but he would actually return 3.5 years later to his home country. You see, not only did Darren Till fall in love with the culture of Brazil, but he would also fall in love with the girl of his dreams and even begin a family. You see, Darren loved his family so much and would even go on to say this about his daughter and girlfriend.
I've got a girlfriend who's 7 months pregnant. I don't really care. I've got a daughter in Brazil right now who I haven't seen for 1 year. I don't really care. I just care about legacy and greatness.
Darren would continue fighting and quickly amass a professional record of 12-0 during his time in Brazil. Well, one of those was a fight in Argentina, but whatever, mostly in Brazil. And Darren would actually make his debut in the middleweight division, unanimous decision, still at the victory against Luciano Oliveira Ribeiro. He would actually stay at this division, middleweight, for his next 8 bouts, in which he actually finished them all. 2 of these finishes included a toe hold, yes, a toe hold, and an inverted triangle. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I thought the exact same thing. You see, I thought I somehow stumbled upon to Craig Jones's or Gordon Ryan's SureDog account, but no, it was Darren. Darren did get these finishes allegedly, and I searched for video evidence of these for a while, but unfortunately came out empty-handed. So who knows where or who Darren toe holded or triangled, but hey, I'm not going to tell him it didn't happen. Anyways, it would be after Darren's KO victory against David Kobjak when he would actually make his switch to the welterweight division. There, he would pick up 3 quick victories in a 7-month period and get the attention of the UFC. You see, Sean Shelby had known about Darren for a while. He'd always been on his radar. But see, Sean was worried. He was worried that Darren was always competing in these competitive eating challenges, was posting too many memes on Instagram, and was going to the spa far too many times, so he didn't really want to give Darren a chance. But at Fight Night 67, when the UFC needed a welterweight to step in, the UFC had no other choice but to call Darren the Gorilla Till. And with 9 days notice of the fight, Darren would pick up his last handful of french fries and run straight to the gym. You see, come fight night, Darren actually did make weight for this fight. And unfortunately for his opponent, Wendell de Oliveira, Darren would land absolutely devastating elbows on the mat and knock him the fuck out. This victory would then earn Darren a contract with the UFC and begin his career with the organization. After obtaining his UFC contract, Darren would just continue to fuel the Gorilla hype train. You see, in his second bout, he would go on and fight a hard-fought, tough draw, but would then continue by winning his next 2 bouts via unanimous decision. And this would set him up for the moment that would change his career forever. You see, after picking up 2 losses, Donald Cerrone was looking for a win. Honestly, Donald was looking to get back in the win column and was hoping to do so against a relatively unknown fighter in Darren Till. Unfortunately, Till had other things in mind and would end up finishing Donald via vicious elbows and following up with punches. Darren would then go on to score an impressive decision victory over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in Liverpool, but even more impressive than that was his walkout for that fight, to be honest. I mean, take a look for yourself.
What a moment for the 25-year-old Scouser, paying tribute with the song to Liverpool FC. And this crowd after last...
Like most of us know, after this impressive victory over Wonderboy Thompson, Darren would go on a bit of a skid. You see, he would lose to then champion Tyron Woodley via Darce choke and would also get knocked the fuck out badly by a reality TV show star Jorge Masvidal. But after this, Darren would choose to move to the middleweight division and would pick up his most recent victory, and a much needed one at that, against the most overrated fighter in the middleweight division, and if not the UFC, Kelvin Gastelum. To recap, Till is an exceptional fighter who's been honestly fighting since an extremely young age. Sure, he's had his troubles in the past, and ex-boyfriend troubles to be quite specific, but ever since he moved to Brazil, he has really found his path. Even in Brazil, he began his family, but more importantly, and I mean way more importantly, Till would begin winning, and winning regularly at that. His move to Brazil was really beginning to pay dividends, and would ultimately bring him to the UFC, where we now love him for posting great memes and hitting great knockouts or getting knocked out. Anyways, that's all. Peace.
Yes!